would you share with us, why is it that you found that this book about bilingualism is the most important book for you compared to what you've been through, all the trials and tribulations of building Singapore to what we are today, and for the success and for the harmony that we have in Singapore? Thank you.
The reason is simple. Have you read my book? It's over 200 pages. 不了，200多页了。真的。Well, I'm told it's about 400 pages, but that's including the appendices of personal stories. It describes to you how language is an emotive subject. People don't respond to policies based on logic. When you change policies, it's got to be emotionally acceptable. So it is a tortuous road that I had to take. First, the Chinese believe Chinese should be the main language. And the Chinese Chamber of Commerce and the clan associations came to see me when we became independent to say, make Chinese a national language. I said no. You want trouble, like in Sri Lanka, then you make Chinese a national language and we have eternal strife. To progress, we must have racial harmony. There's no other way. To have racial harmony, you must have an equal platform for everybody. And we chose that platform, English. Nobody gets an advantage. Everybody has to learn English because it's not any of our mother tongues. But to keep our sense of identity, our sense of our place in the world, the second language is very important. Otherwise, you lose your confidence. Because however well you speak in English, you're not an Englishman. But because Singapore is moving rapidly towards an English-speaking society, I'm emphasizing the importance of starting children young in learning their mother tongues. It does not mean it's going to overtake English. All it means that they will have a foundation from K1, K2, or maybe even earlier, to primary 6, that will serve them for the rest of their lives. In primary school, 15% of the time is teaching the second language. In secondary school, 10% of the time is the second language. So I believe that is insufficient to teach the mother tongue from the age of 6. You've got to start from kindergarten, probably from nursery. That's why I'm starting this fund, which I hope those who believe in it will contribute, and we'll have the fund managed by a committee under MOE to start children learning their mother tongue even in nursery school, K1, K2. Then, as they progress year by year, you lose that facility to capture 2 or more languages, but you've got this foundation.
Thank you. I think I have time for one last question. I believe there was a gentleman, Thomas Jacob. Did you ask the question?
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Lee, I understand that from this bilingual policy, so Mandarin is considered mother tongue for all the Chinese community. But as you mentioned before, most of them had dialects as their actual mother tongue. So did you feel it was a necessary sacrifice to actually ask these people to learn Mandarin, to be better prepared for the future, and to be united? Or do you, and then to forget their dialect and their origin? Or do you think that they could actually keep these dialects at the same time as they have to learn Mandarin?
Where are you from?
I'm from France.
Have you a second language besides English?
Yes, I speak also Chinese. Sorry, Chinese a very little bit. 我不懂话说得不好，可是我学不懂话。But my children are bilingual and even trilingual, and I'm very interested in this issue.
Well, I think there's a limit to what the human brain, the average person, can absorb and master. If you want to keep dialects and learn Mandarin and English, you will fail in your Mandarin. Because when we did that, after school, the children will go back to dialects, and at home, they go back to dialects. So Mandarin became the language of the schoolroom. So gradually, and rather rapidly later, I switched off all media programs in dialects. It was very unpopular with the older generation. But soon, the school children leaving school speak in Mandarin. And parents begin to understand their children in Mandarin and reply in dialects which their children understand. But now, parents speak in Mandarin, children speak in Mandarin, and we have succeeded. Had I not done that, we would still be speaking dialects.
我想问问，就是李先生，您学了50多年的华文，在这个过程中，您认为华文最难的地方是什么？您有没有最深刻的经历？给我们讲个故事，好不好？谢谢您。
我的女儿说，她是一个精神脑科的
医生，
国际脑科的医生的主任。他说，华语是最简单的语言，那个问法没有那么英语那么 one dog two dogs， 华语是一只狗两只狗，没有两只 dogs。可是没有拼音，只有pictograph 叫什么？
就是方块字。方块字。
那旁边是他的部首，右边给你一个声音，可是不标准的。所以有时到现在，我会写一个字，我忘记是什么发音或者声调，我要需要我的 iPad translate， 麻烦极了。所以年轻的时候学方便的多。
好，谢谢。